Yo, it's Real 92.3. It's DJ Hed. We quarantined up at the crib. Shout out to the homie E Beezy, Eric Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? That YFS, that off top. Now listen, I got an advance. We waiting for Bootleg Kev to join too. But I got an advance screening, if you will, of that optimal music. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Optimal music. And
Bootleg.
Yo.
There he is.
Oh my God.
So let me finish what I was saying. That optimal music, and I'm glad I didn't have to wait for everybody else to get their shit going, because you know, cheat code mode is, I think I told you, cheat code mode is my shit.
Yeah.
Cheat code mode is my shit, but you know I like to turn up. And not to mention, I think Neiman sent me couch standing. Eric Bellinger is a rapper now.
You see, what happened was, I still considered it singing because it's in the melody. You know what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out of here, dog. You want to be a rap superstar. Superstar, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, dog. I just felt like, you know, niggas is kind of like turned right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go all the way in with the turn up vibes. And I don't know, them joints is really good. They really strong records, you know what I mean? They got not only great features, but even the features went crazy. Jeremiah went crazy. Thugger went crazy. Wale went crazy. Joe Moses went crazy. So, you know, to have these joints at this time, you know, it's a gift and a curse. Because, like, we all chilling, but it's like, damn, we'll be killing the clubs right now if it was open.
Hey, yeah, and then you put out couch standing with no fucking couches to stand on right now.
It's a couch standing challenge. Niggas is doing it in the house already, dog.
Hey, are we going to see you dabble in any of these battles going on?
You know, I'm ready for the battles. I know it's a great, you know, thing that we have right now. It's like the best thing moving. So that'll be a vibe.
Who would you want to battle, though? Like, who you think is, like, kind of comparable? Because you don't want to battle anybody that's, like, if you were to go up against, like, you know, Jonta Austin or somebody, like, it'd be crazy. But, like, who's somebody who you think is kind of on that, like, parallel to you?
Man, it's interesting because I have a prominent career as a writer as well as a singer. So it's like, do I be fair and try to think of someone who does both, or do I just say people like Tory Lanez? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you already did that.
Yeah, we've been there, done that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, now I got to think like, okay, who's the songwriter? And the only thing I could think of is to go up a higher class, because everybody in my like class, I feel like it was just a lot of artists doing their thing. But people above me, I look at like a Rico Love. You feel me? Like, I think he's somebody that
That'd be
did.
hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I don't think Rico has as many songs like as you, like that are standout songs. But as a writer, I can see that.
Yeah. I think he got some good ones. Who else? James Fauntleroy is somebody that's like in my same division. Right. But come on, nigga, that nigga been in there with Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, J. Drake. Fuck, man. I gotta really put my
Hey, but you was in with Selena Gomez though. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Let me give you
oh, okay.
Oh, there it is. Hey, what's up? Did you and Tori ever squash that shit, or is it?
Yeah, we kind of just like, yo,
you know, it's what it is.
Yeah, we kind of just like left it alone, man. I know. I remember it was like my birthday weekend, and we went to Big Bear. I remember being on these conference calls with so many people, higher ups from the hood, and they thinking we like really about to spray them down because of the lyrics in the song. I'm like, bro, we just making music, like. That's how it kind of stopped, because they was like talking about, they was like, yo, we threatened, like, if we can't even come to LA. I'm like, nah, y'all good.
Have you seen his quarantine radio? Have you like checked it out? Because it's pretty entertaining.
I heard it was super entertaining.
But I can only imagine, like, if it popped up, Eric Bellinger is in your chat room. It was like, look at this motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, man, I gotta let him just live. You feel me? I gotta let him live and be happy. Like, yo, you doing your thing. I'm over here doing my thing. It's kind of one of those vibes. You know what I mean? Like, to hold him to harbor with the negativity is like, oh, man, you just being a poor sport now.
Hey, you think you're slept on in the bigger scheme of things, EB? You think, like, people kind of sleep on your pen, on your music overall?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know what I be doing just because it's so under the radar. You know, me doing a lot of, it's not a ghostwriter per se, because I've definitely been credited for all my publishing, but it's just not
Right.
like how they're doing the versus things now. There is no old school back in the day how you used to go and read the book list and see who wrote what. So for
Yep.
me, a lot of the things that I've been doing, I feel like it just kind of went under the radar because nobody like Chris or Usher or nobody was just like, yo, Eric Bellinger is really killing it for me on the pen. Like, he's
Right.
going crazy in the studio, guys. Like, nobody's ever done that. So I just kind of look at it like I got to just continue to do more.
But you also don't speak on it yourself though. Like I never see you really brag or even mention or talk about the shit that you be working on. It'll just pop up and be like, you know, Eric wrote that. And be like, for real? Like,
Right.
so I think, I mean, you know, as the homie, I would want you to do a better job at marketing yourself because I want you to get your flowers, you know what I'm saying, before you get fired.
I do think it's important, but I think you gotta really, really do it the right way because you could come across like a Quentin Miller and then it's just like,
Well,
because I feel like what he did is just exactly what I do, except in the rap community, maybe it's just
it's a little
yeah,
different.
in the rap world, it's different, man. He's over here, yeah. And you know, he kind of got dealt a fucked up hand too, man. Because I don't think he wanted the world. I don't think he wanted that to get out there like that. I just think, you know, them references got leaked, and his career was a wrap.
it was rap, bro.
Hey, something I talked to a Partisan Fontaine about when he came to the station, Eric, is can you be considered the top guy in rap if you don't write your shit? What do you think being a writer?
I think you can, man. I really do think you can, just because it's one thing to just make a song, but it ain't the superstar ain't the person with the best songs nowadays. You know, like it come with so many other things. Look at what he's wearing. Look at who he's dating. Look at what he's doing strategically in the business world. You know, look at the things he's attaching himself to. Like all of that also makes up for a better artists when it comes to musicians, you know, musicianship. So I feel like, nah, man, Drake at the top because he deserved to be at the top. And whether 1, 2, 3, or 4 writers is in the room or nobody's in the room, Drake was still going to somehow be floating.
Do you feel like it's a little different though? I mean, judgment wise, because in R&B you get praised for having a fire ass song that somebody else wrote. In hip hop, you like you said, the Quentin Miller shit. Do you feel like it's a double edged sword though? Like, because technically speaking, you being a writer, you would be out of business. You would be out of a lot of money if writers wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in R&B.
That's why I'm like, yo, this is how I got my living. So whenever he was getting any shade, I was like, man, I'm rooting for you, bro. I was rooting, you know what I'm saying? Especially because so many, like, people have no idea how many. Like, I just released, like, all my albums just so niggas could see. Like, look at this shit that I've been doing. That's 27 albums that I put out over the course of 10 years. And we're not going to wake up the 100 placements that I've got.
Yeah.
100. Over 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just chill. Like, man, like, it's going to come to fruition somehow. Because I feel like if I'm pushing that agenda, like, look what I did for other people, nobody will ever see what I'm actually still doing for myself. So it's a fine line. I definitely want to figure it out and master it because I feel like as much as I've done, the work will do a lot of talking for itself.
I wanted to touch on your relationship with Wale because Wale is all over this project. And then I remember
you wrote on Chill.
I remember when I saw you at the studio. This is years ago. I remember when it was. It was on the studio on Santa Monica, and Wale was there. And I feel like that was like when y'all were first forging y'all like relationship, and it was real tight and stuff like that. And y'all was just there cutting hella records. How many records would you say you and Wale got right now?
Unreleased, just in general, we got over 20 songs. We got over 20 songs for sure. And we always be like, yo, we're going to put out a joint project. And we keep not putting it out. And them records keep sitting on the shelf. So I'm like, bro, these is coming. I mean, they not just like, why have them chill on the thing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's stopping the project?
I think the label, because it was the label's idea that wanted to do it. And I think we kind of waiting on them to have them back us. Because the same people that set up On Chill, they came at me like, yo, we want you to do a joint project with Wale. We want you to do all these different things. And we need you to like come here, write this song. I did everything on my behalf, like everything, bro. I always do everything on my behalf. It just be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna wait for y'all to pull up on your end. But me and Wale so cool. I'll just be like, yo,
obviously
about to drop this joint, bro. He'd be like, all right, cool.
on the Joe Budden podcast when Hitmaker was on there and he played like the original reference to On Chill. Was that something that like?
Oh no, he played The Light, Jeremiah Ty Dolla $ign.
Or The Light. Oh, that's right. No, that's what I was gonna ask you about. So that record, like, when I hear shit like that, I'm like, man, it almost sounds like we know it because it's got Ty on the hook, but like, it sounded so fire. Which like, did you cut that record knowing it was gonna go towards that project, or was that?
Nah, that's another one that I just did. Berg was like, yo, I got this beat. It's crazy. Berg always get all the craziest beats. Like every producer sends Berg the craziest beats. He be with everybody, and he got a solid squad. So it's be certain beats that he be like, I'm saving one for you. And that was one of the ones that he saved. And I'm talking about I went in there and knocked it out. So it never really had a destination. But me and Berg also got like a stash of records away that we like making for a project too.
So like he hit you like, yo, man, this gonna go to Ty.
Yeah, bro. You should see me like.
You like, yo, but I kind of wanted that for my shit.
Yeah, I always get those calls, and I can always tell in an undertone and a nigga voice. They be like, "What's up, E?"
I want your record, my nigga.
It happens all the time, bro. If I like in the beginning, I was like, I was feeling away like, damn, like these niggas just keep wanting me to write the songs, but I just took the bigger burden, like, yo, if you EB, you gotta be able to do it again. And instead of letting that defeat me, I used it to sharpen my pen even more to where it was like, you're right. I do gotta be able to do it again. I do gotta be able to do it
there's
again.
more where that came from.
Exactly, bro. In the moment, it stings.
I bet it does.
Cause that was even on Chill. Like I was gonna be on Chill. You know what I mean? Like that was the play. So it was interesting how it went from me being on Chill and was like, yo, let's try to get this person. And it's just like, all right, cool. Like at the end of the day, I wrote the song. It's going to be great for my publishing, for my royalties. But why wouldn't I want to be the face of the song? Why wouldn't I want to be in the video? Of course, that always happens. And I just look at it like I don't dwell in it. You know, that's what keeps me cool.
I heard Jeremiah, speaking of that, I heard Jeremiah rapping on this goddamn song. And I want to know who talked him into doing that because I wasn't really feeling that part. I like you rapping. I didn't like Jeremiah rapping, bro. Whose idea was that?
That was him. So he had
he's rapped before.
Yeah, he had the hook first. And that joint was just crazy to the point where Neem was like, yo, Neem went and got Wale on it. And then he was like, I need you to do a verse on here. So boom. Once we did that, it was interesting because we also tried like 8 hooks on that song, bro. 8 different couch standing hooks. And the very last minute, Jeremiah was like, all right, let's keep it. And we just kind of like, oh shit, he said we could roll with it and just ran with it.
That might be a project though, like the R&B niggas rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that joint came out cool. That joint came out cool. You got to be able to do the thing. You got to do, and for me, every interview I've done in the past, you're going to Google anything on Eric Bellinger, like, yo, what's up, man? You ever want to be a rapper? And every interview I've always said, nah, like, I'm just going to stick to singing. Like, I really want to be known as the R&B singer of our generation. I want to be known as the R&B singer. And then now this project come out.
Hey, what about
just vibing on there? That's why I said I was in melody, you know what I'm saying?
What about quarantine? What have you been doing to occupy your time outside of dealing with the kids? Because I know the homie's been telling me that the kids been fucking their house up. I talked to Mustard. He said his house is crazy right now. A couple of the other homies said they just let the kids run loose and clean up after. You got 2 over there. So what's been going on with that?
Man, dog. So we have a routine with Eli. We wake up, we hitting school. His school do live every morning, and I'm designated live dad in the morning. So me and him get dressed and eat breakfast. I help him with that. Then we do the school live, and wifey's with the baby, and then she switches like midday. So I kind of, once wifey's up with him, and then our what is it, Eli's babysitter, she comes over, I'm kind of free to just, all right, cool. I did my morning shift. And, they kind of handle everything. And I got a studio here at the house, too. So I've been recording still.
You know what's interesting about what you said is See, look at Kev's face and look at your face. All dads got that same look on their face, right? Kev got 2 kids over there too. I don't have no kids.
Oh yeah, I don't got no goddamn babysitter. I got
Yeah.
these motherfuckers on my ass all day.
You know what I'm saying?
It's insane without that, bro. It's like it's tough. It's tough because she got she had to like be away for a little while, and then so for like 2 weeks she wasn't here, and I was like, yo, this is wild. I was pulling my hair out.
Going up.
Yeah, fuck all this.
What about when you on dad duty? What are you feeding the kids?
Waffles, Eggos.
Yeah.
Go-to.
That's all I got for you, champ. I'm gonna wake it nice and neat. You know what I'm saying? Pour you some apple juice. That's it.
You got a workout regimen? I just started working out.
Nah,
Are you over there getting chunky?
I had one, and I got one where I work out at home. Like I got my trainer, you know. But he went to Peru. He got stuck over there for 3 weeks, bro. He couldn't come back in, and then when he did come back in, it was like, bro, you got to quarantine now. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got back on the good foot yet.
What's been like the shows that you've been binge watching during this entire thing? There's been so many Netflix shows that have been dropping. What have you been watching?
I'm trash at continuing. I watched all of them like one episode. Like I need to keep watching, and I don't know why I can't watch. Like Little Fires Everywhere, I seen that. The Family, I seen that. Of course, the Tiger King, I seen all that. I seen the Michael Jordan, The Last Dance. My son got me watching.
The Jordan shit's dope.
That was dope. My son's favorite movie now is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So like I watched that times.
Hey, you is Jordan number 1 all time to you?
You know, I've definitely always said that. You know, I've definitely always been a Jordan guy. But I think because I never got to see him in his prime, really,
right.
It was just like Kobe or die, and being in LA, you know what I'm saying? But I think Michael Jordan growing, I had every Jordan. I never really bought the Kobe shoes, to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like the Jordans.
Me either, yeah.
I just think that he branded himself in a crazy way, and it really never had any negativity as far as on the court. You know, he was a never take a break. You know, we got to see that, and I feel like even with LeBron is dope, but he gets to sometimes he goes hard, sometimes he doesn't. But Jordan,
he went hard all the time. Pause.
That play was finesse God every play. Like wow,
for sure.
Hey, someone wanted to ask you about, because I saw you post about it. Usher being a close personal friend of yours, the Climax Challenge went down. I saw you actually chiming in and jumping in on that.
You started it, right?
Yeah, bro.
You jumped in.
No, he started it.
I started that joint.
But no, what I'm saying is that the whole thing that went down on Twitter between him and The Weeknd and shit like that, and it was like this whole. I didn't know Weeknd had like a beehive, because I don't know what to call them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I didn't know.
I mean, on Instagram, I'm like, yo, if you don't get these little.
They came for you, right?
Yeah, they came. I was ready for them though.
Okay, so obviously you taking Usher's side.
Had to, but that's the only reason why I really said something. Like I didn't care about nothing else, but I really kind of like how you look at Gunna when he just like when everything happened with Thugger and he just kept saying, "Pray for French Montana." Like that's his big bro. You know what I mean? So I approached literally the same way. Like, yo, this is my big bro. Like you're not about to be like, yeah. This was inspired by. No, I was there in the studio, bro. While the whole making of Climax, you weren't there. Diplo tried to jump ship at the last minute for political reasons, but. We was not thinking.
I saw that.
Yeah, like come on.
So that wasn't true. That wasn't true.
He never said it. It was just kind of like maybe he was, you know what I mean. But I feel like the way he did that, it was just like,
It's like, what are you talking about?
He's trying to save a placement with The Weeknd later
for the next album.
For sure.
And that's, I'm like, man, I ain't even. It's like it is what it is. I kind of looked at this thing like, yo, people are gonna just kind of do what works for them.
That's fair.
And The Weeknd, it was like, yo, it's all the same thing with the Tory. It's like, bro, we having fun. I mean, you said you did it, so go ahead. Let me hear you sing it. I just want to hear you sing it.
Right. I just want to hear you do it one time.
Yeah, because you know me, like I've always only stood for like just the talent, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a voice of the talent. I'm a voice of the creative. I feel like for this generation, like, man, I gotta speak up. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say something because I'm in a spot where people respect what I've done enough to where if I have a point that's valid, some people gonna rock with me.
No, I appreciate that about you. You always, got some. You don't really hold your tongue a lot. Last thing, Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. Now, I saw some shit on the internet, and I don't know how real it was, but I always see the comparisons between Usher and Chris Breezy. Now, you've had the opportunity to work with both. Okay, so firsthand. I got my own opinion. You give me your opinion on who's the guy? Like,
who would win in a battle?
If you had to pick,
in a battle,
20, they going 20 song records. For song,
20 for 20.
Oh, are you talking about the songs like the verses?
Yes, 20 for 20, and no more than 20 records. Because it get ugly. It get tricky.
I think if it's only 20 rounds, there's one obvious answer. But I'll let
All right, go ahead. Give us yours, B.
Yeah, I need that. You me?
Yeah.
Yeah, your turn.
I don't know. I'm gonna say Usher, dog. I'm gonna say Usher.
If it's 20 rounds, it's Usher.
Yeah, if we talking about
20, I might go to Chris. Because Chris got more.
But Usher gonna play Love Is in Friends. It's a different classic feel. Like, that's what people be liking. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be loving to go back. I'm noticing, like, oh, they like that TLC moment. You know what I'm saying? They like the Tevin Campbell moment, and it just kind of, it can't compare really to, you know what I mean? Like that catalog and the memories that it really infected us.
Yeah, 20. If it's just 20 records, Usher, but if it's like 30, might be able to stand on that a little bit longer. I just feel like
Nah, I definitely feel you on that. Because Chris, you got to give it to him on his, like, the amount of work he's put in and his stage performance. Like, I was
features, all that.
Exactly. Features. It's a lot.
Chris, that boy beat up them charts, boy.
Whoa.
Oh shit, my bad. Hey,
crazy. Y'all crazy.
I'm gonna be a rapper, all right? So anyway, listen.
I didn't say that.
Real quick, let's get to the business because I know Neem and fucking they'll be mad if we don't. But off top is the movement, off top is the label, off top is what?
Off top is just the second not necessarily subsidiary, because I wouldn't say it's underneath YFS, but I feel like it's more of Neiman creatively.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? When you think YFS is what started everything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm signed to YFS and been since the beginning, but I think as we grew, Neem was like, he had some things that maybe was like different than what I thought, like certain artists, you know what I mean? Like certain visions. I'm a person that's completely talent only. Like, you got to be able to blow. You got to be able to, write.
Pause.
Neem is a numbers guy, you know what I mean? Play makes sense. He like, nah, we're going to do this because, this person may have this or this person may have that, or same thing with, the gear. Like, we just kind of like can filter each thing through different plateaus, and it kind of helps us a little bit more. Now with people seeing Neem and Jay, that's the new artist. You know what I mean? And a lot of times people love new artists. You know what I mean? Like, so we can kind of play with it and see what we want to put where.
Dope.
All right. Well, the project drops. Well, it's out now. By the time people see this, the project is out. Go stream that. Go download that. Go get that. Optimal Music.
Yes.
And stand on your couch in your living room.
Stand on your couch, man. It's the couch standing challenge. We're taking the club to the crib. We're taking the party to the living room. We're taking the VIP section to the couch. At your home.
At the house.
Everybody, at the crib. We all got a couch now. Let's get it.
All right, bro.
All right, my G.
Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.
All right, fellas.
Peace.